Well, I made it. I just landed in Austin, Texas. It's so cool. I got off of the airplane and there are cowboy hats everywhere and live music playing in the bar at 11:30 in the morning. I'm going to have to come back to this place. It sounds and looks really cool. But we're here on a mission. We're going tomorrow morning to Next Level Soul. But I don't know about you, but I'm not the kind of person that downloads a whole bunch of movies and episodes and stuff like that when I'm getting on a plane. I just don't do it. I find myself listening to readings that I've had throughout the years, and I always find really cool nuggets when I do that. Going through my movies and looking at my pictures, it's so funny, but it's true. But I was looking through. I was just like putting a lot of thought and gratitude out there and just looking at the dots that all aligned to get me here at this moment. And I wanted to share it with you guys because when you're living with your spirit first and you completely surrender to the universe, you are doing exactly that. I have always known, just like I knew that I had to go to the Costa Rica retreat to train in Reiki, and I didn't want to learn Reiki, but I went there because I learned about my energy. I learned about the chakras, and I actually had my first past life come through my throat chakra. Just like I knew I was going to Rhythm Life Advancement Center, I knew, I've always known I'm going to go to Next Level Soul podcast. I didn't know when. I just knew I would be there. And through no effort whatsoever, the universe handled it. And I didn't think it would be this soon. I mean, I just launched my spiritual community in January. Somebody came out of the blue. The amazing J Snip 4 came out of the blue. Someone sent him a video, my video. He reached out to me and said, I'd like to have you on my live on YouTube. I said, of course. Because I said yes. You have to say yes when the unexpected happened. I said yes. So I went on his podcast, and he exposed me to all these new people, one of which I had all these new members that came to my spiritual community, one of which was this amazing woman, Polly. And through the flutter of new members and new messages and dealing with like all of the things that come with an onslaught of new activity in your community, plus running my my full-time job, my other business, I met this wonderful new member, Polly, and we were just talking like haphazardly here and there about different things. And she, I have to give her a shout out, man, because she actually gave me a donation, which is amazing, which I used towards coming to this trip, which is amazing. My beloved bought me my airfare to come down here, and I used Polly's donation to help pay for the hotel room. And she asked me, and she said, have you ever thought about wanting to go on Next Level Soul? And all I did was write back and say, yeah, I've always known I'm going to go one day. I would love to. I didn't do anything else. She submitted a video of mine. I don't know what she did, but I went back. It was literally days later that I got an invitation out of the blue in my inbox. And it was the third week of October. Was it the second or fourth or the third? It's still to be discovered. But anyway, and I was just looking at all of those things that had to align to get me here today, and in front of and having a conversation with Alex Farah tomorrow. I channeled a message for him, and it's absolutely beautiful, and one for his community, so I want to share that with him. He and I have a shared mission. We want to help support humanity's shifting of consciousness on the planet. I was called to mine in 2020 when I had my downloads and I had my visions, and I was told there would be a glass ceiling that broke, there would be an event that would happen, and people would be stopped in their tracks. They wouldn't know who and what they believed in, what their world was made, like they wouldn't know what was happening, and they would need a safe place to land. And I know that there's events associated with that. I know that there's timing associated with that. And I know that I'm going to speak with him in the very beginning of December, because we're going to talk about whatever the guides have to share. It's going to be relevant to what's coming in the near future. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And, the overriding message is release, surrender, just know and trust. And I met this amazing woman waiting in line for security, and we were at the check-in stations, those mobile check-in stations, whatever they are. And she was talking, and she was cracking me up, and I could feel her energy. I could tell that I knew she worked for a nonprofit, and I knew that she worked with people. And so she comes walking up near me in the security line, and I said, what do you do? What is the work that you do? And she goes, I work at a nonprofit. And I said, really? I'm like, you work with people? She's like, I work in HR. I'm like, okay. So I was like, you have an amazing spirit. We started talking, and like downloads started coming for her, and I said things that other people have told her in the past, and she's like, you're giving me confirmations. And I'm like, I know. I'm like, there's always a reason that I get connected with people. Anyway, she's like, you're going to talk about me while you're documenting your trip, aren't you? I was like, I absolutely am. So anyway, she's going to text me, and then I'm going to give her a shout out because I can't remember her first name. She was so lovely, and I know that she's a water sign. With all the craziness around and like, excuse me, ma'am, and moving up in the line and all the talking and stuff, I kind of get a little jostled. But I'm meeting my dear friend Dina here shortly, and we're going to start our adventure. So I will keep you posted, and I just want to ask everybody to hold space for, I don't know, this amazing energy and experience that's happening in the next couple days, and I will keep you posted. I got off there. Did I tell you that everyone has a cowboy hat and there's live music? And I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm a musician, and I was performing for like 10 years in a David Bowie tribute band. So I totally dig music, and I love that whole scene. So I think Austin's going to be fun. Bye.